Do as you're told, right? Give us a hand, friend.
You know what? I'm coming for ya. Someone kill the bastard.
Leave off!
Trying to dodge justice, worth a bayonet in the ribs.
Behave yourself, Sibby.
You? Who are you then? You don't look like any sort of guard. Oh, you know. Well, that is disappointing. Here I was, thinking my rescuer had appeared, but you're just another lackey for the captain. Unless, wonder of wonders, you're more intelligent than you look. Shrewd enough to see that one of Bard's top people mustn't be left to rot down here. Look, you have to get me out of this cell. I might be the only person who can resolve this whole dreadful mess. Ye gods! That man! He doesn't give up, does he? Look, I don't care what information you take back to him. The man's a narrow-minded fool. He'll never understand this place. I, on the other hand, well, not to boast, but I built it. I'm a far more useful ally to have in this neck of the woods than the captain can ever aspire to. Look, just agree to get me out of this wretched cell, and I'll give you whatever you want. Well, he would say that, wouldn't he? I made him and his bullies look like an utter shower of incompetence. So, they make me out to be some sort of Morgan Le Fay with a socket spanner, a witch with a monkey wrench. The simple truth is, I just use my wits and knowledge to evade them for a while. I suppose to such stunted intellects that qualifies as magic. I had a particular device with me, a signal redirector. The device allows me to remotely alter the polarity of power signals, especially useful for bypassing old security systems. Those buffoons. A very charitable term considering they've accused me of muttering incantations like a fairy tale witch. Those buffoons who confiscated the device thought it was a broken radio. The signal redirector itself is probably being kept in their security office nearby, so have a hunt around. Once you have it, there's an old control room near here that the soldiers have been unable to unlock. Use the device to redirect power to that control room, and you will be able to get inside. From there, you should be able to open the cell doors. The guards are likely keeping my device in their security office. Be careful.
All guards are reminded that any disciplinary meetings must be reported either on an A27 form before the event or an A27B after the event. Take a special note of subject, severity, and duration.
If you just let us have a crack at the outlaws around here, we could get rid of them and take their supplies. 2 birds, 1 bullet.
I'm sure the cell controls are somewhere nearby. Off you go.
here to defend the citizens from towards them is encouraged. Intimate fraternization is not, and is punishable by 2 weeks in the glass house.
They'd better start showing me a bit of respect.
Today, watch router B for beer is in operation. Repeat, B for beer. Soldiers who are unsure of their assignments should speak to their NCO immediately.
Not sure I like the look of you.
This is a defense announcement. A good soldier
Keep it civilized.
his
No troublemakers.
A wild shot is a wasted round. Remember, every bullet counts.
Watch your step.
This is a defense announcement. Remember, gossip, bedfellow, or discipline. The duty of a good soldier is to control the rumor, not help to spread it further. Patrol has returned from anti-banditry operations with 3 heads. Well done, Fox Patrol. This is a defense announcement. Remember, fraternization with the civilian population is discouraged. Good discipline requires respect, not friendship.
Behave yourself, civvy.
saw some rabbit droppings earlier, so we haven't eaten them all. We should let them get their numbers back up. Wouldn't take long.
Attention all. Fox Patrol has returned from anti-banditry operations with 3 heads. Well done, Fox Patrol.
This land looks safe. This land is not safe. You should be cautious in this land. This land may kill you.
Do as you're told, right?
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blown.
Attention! There has been a theft from the village hall. Do you have any information about this crime? If so, report it immediately to the protocol officer. Remember, colluding with criminals is a serious offense. Citizens of...
Watch yourself, civvy.
You have free passage to our prison. What did you learn? How did Garrow manage to disable our security? You mean that radio she had with her was nothing of the sort? Good heavens. The blithering idiots who searched her said it was harmless. Blast them. That's good work on your part. Well done. The more we can understand the barred gadgetry littering this place, the better our chances of escaping. Here, take this for your excellent service. And I presume you have Garrow's device. Hang on to it for the moment. I'm willing to trust you with it. Do not let me down. It may perform wonders, but it won't stop a bullet. You seem very capable. And that more than anything else makes me inclined to place some faith in you to continue doing the right thing. The fates of my force and yours are bound together. You realize that? Help us, and we will help you. Remember that. And in any case, something more pressing has occurred in your absence. It seems some of the villagers are unhappy with our recent enforcements of martial law and have allied themselves with the savages in the woods. The swine broke in here and stole several items. Most importantly, part of our radio set. Reparations for injustice, they called it. I have no doubt that they intend to make a gift of them to those so-called druids as some sort of offering. That shower of feeble-witted maniacs thinks that anything scientific must be returned to the soil, as if radios are some form of root vegetable, apparently. But what they took is critical and highly sensitive. If I may be frank, I have concerns that some of my men have gone a little native, if you take my meaning. They may not be entirely immune to the blandishments of these self-proclaimed druids. You, on the other hand, you haven't had a chance to weaken. You'll stay true to the mission. And should the druids capture you, well, they'll see that you're not from the village, so shouldn't provoke a revenge attack here. Listen, I have an escape plan. You've helped me, and I'm willing to reciprocate it by bringing you along when we leave. But it's all for nothing if we don't have the radio to send a signal requesting extraction. Once the interference field is cleared. If these druids have our radio equipment, I can make a good educated guess as to where they'll have salted it away. I'll mark the spot on your map for you. I cannot emphasize how vital repairing our radio is. Anything else you find there? Well, that can remain buried as far as I'm concerned. Recover the radio parts first. Then we'll talk about the plan.
Citizens of Wyndham, a contaminated area has been reported in the Skethamore fields. Please stay away from there until it has been sterilized.
The village of Wyndham is picturesque. The
gods of winter.
Keep your nose clean.
Acts of insubordination or disrespect. You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blowed. Oi, 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 I know, I heard something. Ah! Bastard! They've gone. Bloody fuss over nothing.
do at all. The green fly is having a field day. And these wretched weeds. Oh, hello there. You must forgive me. I wasn't expecting visitors today. And, oh good heavens, Jenks should have taken your coat. Jenks? Had him for years, bless him. I'm sure he'll be along shortly. Prudence Rook, delighted to meet you. Welcome to my little corner of the world. I was just looking over the garden. We've rather let it get away from us, I'm sorry to say. Oh no. Busy as Piccadilly Circus around here. There's me, of course, and Jenks, though where that man has got to is a mystery. And you'll see the staff pottering about, keeping our guests happy. We have lots of guests, you see. Scientists, mainly working out or visiting the Bard research place across the mere. We want the house to be a home from home for them. My sister Charity looks after the boffins when they're here. Terribly clever she is. Much brainier than I. I make sure the house is to order, and she hosts them in the conservatory while they discuss their complicated atomic boojums. Oh, you know I couldn't say, even if I knew. Loose lips, sink ships and all that. My sister might be able to tell you more, but, well, she mustn't be disturbed. She's busy, you see. The house must be ready for when our guests return. But you have the run of the house, the grounds, wherever you choose. Liberty Hall, as the Americans say. We don't go into the conservatory, though. Not there. But everywhere else. Anything you need, ask Jenks. We can't. There are precious things in there that can't be disturbed. We keep the conservatory locked unless our guests are here. I can only trust Jenks with the key. Which reminds me, I must return it to him when he gets back. Whenever he gets back. Yes, we must keep the house neat and tidy for the guests, for when they return. But the conservatory, we can't disturb it, you see. And I really must give the key to Jenks. You know, dear, you remind me of Jenks. Where on earth is he? I need to have a word with him. Keep an eye out for him, will you? I think he told me he was going to the dam to the northwest of here. But he should be back by now. He's a terrible dawdler. Beef Wellington for dinner this evening, I think? Yes, that will be nice. Oh, you wretched aphids! I shall have Jenks get some spray to deal with you. Yes, I shall. always the clever one, Charity. But I had the looks.